Welcome all to Generation Dan, the podcast equivalent of your cousin crashing your Thanksgiving. I'm Atlas Novak. I'm your millennial. We're recording this the weekend before Thanksgiving is happening. Yes. Who else is here with me?
I'm your Gen Xer, Dino the Genetic Marvel. Sorry. We all came back on screen. I just see Cole smoking. He's like, so hardcore. Like, what is happening?
I'm Cole Clayton, and I fucked in 3 different decades.
Leaning on 4. Our guest today. Our guest today is Timi Mason. How are you today?
I am well, thank you.
We interrupted you at a Friendsgiving, right?
Yes. Poor planning on my behalf.
Oh, well, it may have been just a safeguard. You know, I always find Thanksgiving dinners are a unique experience, right? Especially when it's friends, because people do weird things for that long of a mealtime, and they eat too much and they get a little carb crazy. It can be quite the roller coaster.
Yeah, if you eat too much, you end up coming up with like a lot of opinions. Like you fill yourself up, and the opinions don't have anywhere to stay inside of you. You know, so you got to start sharing too much.
Wait, so now I'm thinking like cranberry sauce is gonna get you talking about Halliburton or something. Like, does each
you'd be surprised
give you a different opinion?
Listen, Brussels sprouts have ruined many a Thanksgiving. I'm just gonna say that.
Dead ass.
For so many reasons. Like, just what's up, walkie talkies are neat. He's just back from vacation, actually, specifically to our comment. Oh
yeah. So our theme today is we're talking about vacations. I figure fitting because we're about to do the Thanksgiving break.
Yeah. Some of us are.
Some of us are. I don't know. My fiance is a kindergarten teacher, so they get Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off. Which
sweet.
I know, right? So jealous.
I'm going to be in Hawaii for 10 days, so.
Oh,
hell yeah.
That's a vacation right there.
I'm excited. I leave in the morning, so I'm excited.
Really? Sweet.
Have a great time. And you know what, too? 10 days is the perfect vacation. 2 weeks, you start getting anxious. You're like, I need to go home. Plants have died. I don't know. I may have flooded the house. Now I'm all worried. I'm too relaxed. It's unacceptable. 7 days, you're just like, I could have used a little more. But 10, oh yeah, that's a sweet spot.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Hawaii, or is it your first time to Hawaii?
You have. Yeah, I like it. I like it at Thanksgiving time.
Ooh, I've never been to Hawaii at Thanksgiving time. The last time I went, I was like 10, and then that was the famous shat my pants story coming back from that Hawaiian vacation. So, Generation Dan lore. Yeah.
See, I've never been to Hawaii, and I'm afraid to go because I'm the type of person that, like, I'll probably end up like Paul Rudd from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, where I just end up living on the beach and not like, it sounds like cool and hip, but it wouldn't be like a good living on the beach. It'd be like, hey, y'all got any change?
You, especially when you're as pale as you or me, you're gonna run out of sunscreen by like day 3, and then you're just gonna be a lobster. Yeah,
I honestly see him though as like Silver Fox sleeping underneath a palm frame.
One of those big floppy sun hats that just covers
100%.
Yeah,
100%. That's one of the things. Like, I've never been to Hawaii. My parents went to Hawaii, and my sister went, and my dad was like, I loved it because it was like all the great stuff. And if you weren't having a good time, go down the street to Denny's. It's great. It's just right around the corner. And it was like, that is the greatest thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. I'm like, well, that's I get it. That makes sense. He's like, yeah, you don't like it? Go to Denny's. It's great.
Which island are you going to, Timi?
We're going to be in Kona.
Kona. Okay.
Very slow. We're going to be chilled. I'm really excited about it. It's just going to be chill. Have some coffee and some chocolate.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Hang out at the beach and some pineapples, of course.
Sweet. While you're eating them, they're eating you. It's the best kind of fruit, the most aggressive.
Yeah. You can dissolve a body in pineapples, which is just, it's knowledge that is healthy. That's why it tastes so significant, like so strong, is that if our stomach acids weren't as strong as they are, it could go right through us. in time. Yeah, pineapple. Who knew?
Yeah, it's why like after a while of eating it, it starts to hurt because it's dissolving in your mouth.
My recipe for a third date, anytime I go on a third date, is to drink a shit ton of pineapple juice. So
I bet it is.
Makes sense.
Gross.
I'm sure you tell them, and that's why there's never a fourth. It's just
I drank the pineapple juice, girl.
How do you
Can you
slip that
imagine?
in? Do you just show up like, hey, so I'm parked down the
I
block.
just
and
order
drank
it
a
with
bunch of
rum in front of
pineapple juice."
them.
Oh,
see. This is
Would you like some?
This is why I worry about the future, is because people aren't gonna like, that person who would say it, you're like, that guy's a weirdo. And now people are just like, oh yeah, I always order pineapple juice, and then just look you dead in the eye. And you're like, well, that's not. Please stop. Just stop
the
looking
worst
at
part
me.
Sure.
is like everyone knows exactly what it means. There's no other euphemism it could be taken
Well,
as.
now, yeah, it's everybody. Come on.
Yeah, I am definitely benefiting from what is it? The culture that we're in right now, which is like forgiving and understanding. Because 10 years ago, even just if I was born 10 years earlier, I would be a shut-in. So people would have berated me.
Oh, you would have been in
to-
jail. In jail for sure.
Yeah, probably too.
There's no. Well, that's the thing is like I there's no reason why people shouldn't be allowed to feel happy and to feel safe on the street and to feel loved. Those are valuable things that everyone should benefit from. The fact that there are some people who you're just like, yeah, that's just okay. Well, that's good luck with you, man. I'm gonna stay home. That's what I've been doing. I'm like, pandemic, I'll stay home. That's fine. You guys have fun. I'll bury myself in a hole. It's much easier because.
What's it like at Thanksgiving time?
In Hawaii?
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty empty. Like, I mean, it's nothing. I mean, like, I didn't see any restaurants like, "Ooh, have a Thanksgiving meal." Like, I don't even honestly. So honestly, the first time I went with my mom, who's a Jehovah's Witness. So we weren't thinking about Thanksgiving at all. Like, so, it was just having a good time there. But so it's going to be very interesting to see what Thanksgiving is like now, because I'm going with friends and we all celebrate Thanksgiving. So when I come back, I'll tell you when I see you on the 1st. When you
Nice.
come to my show,
right.
I'll tell you like, hey, they had a lot of Thanksgiving stuff, but we didn't even pay attention to it because we didn't even make turkey or do anything during Thanksgiving.
I guess it depends on how Howley-fied it's become.
Yeah, it does. Like in here, what I do remember is like right now, if you go to the store, everything is Christmas. It's definitely not that. No.
Yeah.
No.
They're like cool, hang loose.
Yeah.
That's an entire U.S. state that is just solely tourist attraction, which is kind of crazy to think.
It's a little sad because
well, it shouldn't be, right? Because it's a beautiful place that, like, there's a lot of places in the world that are fantastic that have just been abused, right, by massive amounts of people, tourism and stuff like that, where like it messes with everything. There are beaches around the world. You know how many times I remember going to Nassau and they had every couple of days there would be a truck that would come in the middle, like early morning before anyone even bothered getting up, and they were just picking up trash. Why? Because it just washes up, because people are jerks, just throw crap into the sand, right?
You said NASA, the
NASA.
International
No
Space Station?
Yeah, because I've been to space. You think they make spacesuits my size, bro? I don't think so. Okay.
I don't know what Canada's got going on for them.
The National Association of Sand Allocation. That's what it stands for.
The Canadian Space Program is just a giant trebuchet. It's just a trebuchet, and we throw French people as high as we can, and they land into the water. That's it.
Sacre bleu.
Yeah, exactly. Tabernac, and that's how it goes. Fantastic. Oh, that's wonderful. Here, let's ask some questions.
Let's ask some questions. Sorry.
Here. Timmy, here. First one. Embarrassing song on your playlist.
Let me think. I don't know if it would be embarrassing, but I have that song, about the girls with the big butt. What is it? And it's really a really popular song from
Which one?
Baby Got Back or
yeah, that
something
one.
else?
Okay.
that one.
The one that was actually a song. Yes.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
that was actually a song, and it's like my anaconda don't like
Yep.
that. Yeah, that part. Yeah, I like that.
A
And
classic.
then, of course, there's
classic.
Nicki Minaj's Anaconda, which like
Yeah,
samples
which
that.
Sniffing Dude might know that one because he's young. He probably doesn't even know the original.
I know Sir
It's-
Mix-a-Lot. Come on.
Oh wow!
That is like my theme song.
And I was like, the guy. I'm
Right.
old. That guy who has a song about the big booties.
Not only
You and me both
is
were
that-
like, we both know who it is, but we're not.
Cole has
That's
an
the young
Oakland face with an LA booty. So
Yeah, that's it. So you even know the words. Wow. I feel because I was definitely partying in a club when that song came out. I'm old enough to do that, so I should know all of the words.
SG22 approves.
there's a Jonathan Colton is this singer. He's like dude with a guitar, singer number 846, whatever, white guy with a guitar. But he has a cover of it that's like funny. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna go find it.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. Like it's stupid. It's a good time.
It's a gentrified version of it.
Yes, exactly. Baby Got Back Santa Monica version. Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely a war crime. That's
I mean, it's ironic that you thought I, of all people, was the one that didn't know the song. Because,
Well,
not only is that, like, my theme song, but I'm pretty sure I was conceived to it. Okay?
When did that come out? Hang on.
well, we know you were conceived in a car. Let's be honest. We
I
start
wanna
there.
say,
Most likely had a soundtrack, right?
I don't think either one of my parents had cars at that time.
oh,
1992.
surprised.
It's a possibility. It's
It's
Yeah.
a good year.
slightly
that's-
before my time, unless I was like in the womb for a year and a half. But
It was popular for a while.
That would have been around the time both of my two of my older brothers would have had brand new sports cars and would have been out on the town. Oh yeah, that would have been quite
Jesus,
the time.
you're old.
I hate you so much, you young bastard. Actually, you know what? The other day, me and my wife were driving, and "Jump Around" came on, and I knew the entire song, and my wife was just watching me the whole time. Then, "Insane in the Insane."
Membrane.
Cypress Hill.
And I was just like, "Yeah, know that one too." She was just like, "How do you remember these?" And I'm like, "Trust me, there's a math class that I don't remember taking, and I remember these songs instead." Sorry, that would have happened. That's just
It's funny when Dino talks because, like, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that was the year that I got my kindergarten graduation ceremony." He was like, "Oh, well, that was the year boner pills came out, which was pretty dope. It helped me out."
It's like that was the end of
That's
my
kind of
first
the whole
marriage.
point of the podcast is to have these moments together.
That's the thing is, I was already married and divorced, and you guys were just learning to touch your wieners, and it hurts me so much. Just,
I think the
I'm
worst
with
part
Dino.
about
I'm with Dino. I said I'm with Dino.
it's a weird time, but like the internet's been good and bad, right? It's just man, some people just love to abuse it. It's walkie talkies are neat.
I don't think that I could have had the internet when I was younger. Like I didn't need it. Like I mean, I needed it, but yeah, there would definitely be pictures of my titties on there. Like I would have. It just wouldn't have been. It would have been truly embarrassing to my parents. So it was a good thing that I didn't.
100%. Well, that's the one thing. Like I feel it's one of those things where only when you're older do you realize how dangerous that is, and you're just like, oh, that's definitely like, oh, let's go hiking in forest. You're like, oh, we're not telling anyone. No one knows where we're going. We have no one following up on us. You're like, yeah, that's a safe thing. Let's go do that.
Right.
Like, oh, yeah. The reason Unsolved Mysteries happened was because we all should have been dead. Every last one. Someone's just like, I'm just going to start killing people because I'm annoyed with people walking through my forest. That's how it worked. It was insane.
Well, some of that might be also why relationships lasted longer too, because I've always thought about how, like, no matter what, I'm always in contact with a significant other if I have one, and it drives me up the fucking wall. Like, and by the time I get home, I already know about your day, and here you are telling me again the same exact fucking details, and you wonder why I ignore you. So,
Yeah, that's true. I never thought about that because I mean, there was a time when you can go to the mall, and then if your friends didn't know you were at the mall, they just had to wait till you came back home to answer your phone or listen to your voicemail, which was not a voicemail. You had a machine and you pushed a button, and it's like, hey, I'm hanging out here. We're over here at this mall, and then you'd have to go to the next mall. Like there was no device until they got pagers, which I didn't get one till the 2000s. Oh no, I got one in like 99. 90. Yeah, so there was pagers, but I mean, it wasn't a thing. Like it wasn't like a big deal to me. So you really had to wait till I got home and got that phone call. You were not interrupting my work day.
Are you kidding? I remember times when you would tell somebody, hey, I'll meet you in the mall. Okay.
Yes.
So now, and if you learned so quick that when you said I'm going to meet you at the mall, it was which entrance, where you're going to be hanging out. Hey, by chance, what are you wearing? Definitely. I didn't ask that because
that's why you say
absolutely not.
You say food court. There's only one food court, you know?
Oh, guy, trust me. There were malls up here that had multiple food courts. There was like a little food court because you could always, smoke in the back and stuff like that. Like you could get away with shit. Trust me, there was always some way to screw it up. And that's when you learned how important communication was. Now you're like, oh, are you kidding me? I'll call you 10 times while you're walking up to me. I'll be talking to you. Okay, keep walking. I'm in front of you. You can see me right here.
Well, you don't have to get the details because you can call for the details once you get there. So there's no need to be really detailed because I'll just call you and be like, oh, Dino, you have on a purple shirt. Okay, great. Like I'll see you.
You'd think.
Or you'll take a selfie or you'll do what's that thing? FaceTime. See, I'm right here by the shoe store.
The best part is people will be like, hey, I'm by that big fat purple shirted guy. That's where I'm hanging out. I'll be in the background like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm just standing here for a while.
Shoe store? Which one? Payless, fucking Foot Locker. There's multiple shoe stores. More specific, please. Like,
I'm still banned.
Yeah.
I'm still banned from the Houston Galleria Mall to this day from like 13 years ago, and which is crazy because I don't even live in that state anymore.
And also malls are dying, so I would love to just see like when they eventually tear it down to show.
Right.
Who's banned now?
Well, yeah, who are they to turn down my money? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I'm just interested in knowing what you do. What did you do to get banned?
It wasn't just me. It was my whole entourage, if you will. So I gotta get in touch with those guys again because they all joined the military eventually.
I feel like they might have done
I don't even know if they're alive. Yeah, to drop their felonies.
Yeah.
Wow. Took a deal.
I feel like you would have been the one wearing the clown outfit. But like, you guys are stupid. They're looking for soldiers. Just definitely.
You're all stupid. See, they're going to be looking for army guys.
Yeah. Strike one up. Anyways. Oh God.
Oh my God.
This has been an enjoyable thing to go down memory lane of what times have happened. In the meantime, we'll go on to our next question here.
Yes.
I'm an adult. You can't stop me. So would be something you do as an indulgence, like breakfast for dinner, or
just stuff you can do where a parent can be like, "Don't quit doing, get off of there." Like they can't anymore. You're in your own apartment. Suck on that. Like,
I do it. I don't think I've ever not did what I wanted to do. I've been pretty strong-willed forever. So this is a challenge.
Gang.
Yeah, definitely not joining a gang at this. I know one thing that, like, as an adult, that I definitely am embracing is the comedy. Because as a kid, my mom and parents were just like, "You absolutely have to get a career. You can't do the funny stuff." But now that I make my own money, I have my own mortgage. I pay my bills. I pay some of their bills, so they can't say shit to me. They can't say anything. They're like, "Oh, you gonna do that comedy thing again today? You gonna tell them little jokes? Don't put me in your skits." Like, that's the only thing, like, my parents would probably say don't do that they have said don't do, and now I'm like, I'm doing it. You can't.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go over there and tell these little skits, these little jokey jokes. I'm gonna make sure I put you in it too. See, and I can tell jokes about them now. I could add them, but before they would have been like, "You absolutely can't do this." So
Now, do
Fuck the
they
establishment.
discourage you from doing like stand up overall, or is it like it's a fun hobby, but like, eh?
oh no, you needed to. It didn't pay bills. It didn't pay bills. Like you needed to go and get. So I'm probably like one of the most responsible adults out of my friend group. They're like, because they followed their dreams. I had to go to school. I had to get a career. Like I had to follow that dream because that's what my parents wanted me to do. It's like, get a good government job. You get a good government job, your pension is good, you're gonna be good. So I had to do that because that's where I was told to do, and I followed their instruction. And when I got to a certain age, I was like, I don't have to listen to you guys.
Capitalism really fucked up our artistic thinking overall.
Oh, listen, if they would have let me just do what I wanted to do and be artistic, because I'm artistic all the way around. Like I make T-shirts, I do all kinds of stuff. If they would have really let me just tap into that, I could probably be huge now. But that wasn't their thing. You know, it's like they wanted you to go and be as successful as you can and do all that other fun stuff later. Arts and crafts later.
It sounds like your parents had good heads on their shoulders, because like, you don't know what it's like to have irresponsible parents. It's funny that you say you help pay your parents' bills, because I had to barely make $30,000 a year, and I help pay my mom's bills sometimes. And not only that, but when I decided to become a comedian, she was like, "Holy shit! One of my 6 children's gonna have a career."
Get paid in drink tickets and chicken wings. Yeah.
Listen, I don't think you should be clapping for this. Hilarious, because I do a weekly show and I absolutely get paid in drink tickets, a drink and chicken wings. It's hilarious. You do it because you really, when you're a creative, you do it because you're creative. You just like to be creative. So
definitely.
I just like talk shit. So.
That's what the internet's for, sir.
I can tell that. I just met you, and I can tell you like to talk shit.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. You like to talk shit. I figured it out. Yeah.
Yeah, just maybe. It's funny that you would say that to me, because he talks so much shit. Like it's to the point where you're going, oh, someone's gonna see this and get mad. Like there's no way he's not getting punched in the face.
All the time, man.
But so far, like that's the thing is, I've never had a problem, but like growing up, I was under the same. So just so you know, Timi, I was raised Jehovah's Witness. I was Jehovah's Witness until into my adulthood, until I got divorced, and then I said, "Bye-bye, have fun, everyone. I'll be going now."
Bye, Jehovah.
That explains.
I'm done witnessing you.
It was more so, hey, listen, God's awesome. People, 0 stars. Do not recommend. They're the worst, right? And that's
0.5 stars for Mr. Rogers. Everybody else, fuck you.
Yeah, just about like Steve Irwin, Mr. Rogers. There's like 4.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. Like those are the people where you're like, see, everyone growing up, those are the people they're pretending to be. They're lying. They're all lying. No one's like that in real life, and it's sad. That's a sad thing. But then you just realize, oh, nobody actually gives a shit. You know what? I'm just gonna go and try and be a good person myself, because you guys are full of shit. Bye. It's great. It's very. See, this is, Jimmy. It's very enjoyable. What you said about having to say, well, I don't have to listen to you anymore. Is where, like, for me, I remember growing up, I would lie, just always lie about crazy things. Part of that is to evade my parents' detection in the nefarious plots that I had and schemes happening always, right? Because I was a young boy, obviously. But at the same time, you just learn that I'm just not going to lie anymore. I'm going to just tell the truth. You know why? I just don't want to bother. I'm not interested. I'll just tell people, I don't like hanging out with you. Bye-bye. And just walk away. It's very enjoyable. It feels, man, yeah.
Lying to your parents is why I'm such a good bullshitter too, though. Because my mom would be like, "Who broke this?" And I'd be like, "You didn't know the house was on it?" Like,
oh, that's such a good excuse.
That's
like 90.
I told you it was haunted.
Quick. That's like something you'd hear on fucking Drake and Josh or something.
It's wonderful. I love it.
Family ties, yeah.
Oh man.
All right,
Let's
let's ask her the
continue.
third question.
What do you mean I'm an adult?
So, first time you felt like a grown-up, or people looked to you in the room as the adult?
Yes.
I remember the first time that I felt like I was an adult. Like I was in college and I took a class and it was like 10 o'clock. And I was like, it's 10 a.m. and I'm going to class right now. I didn't have to get up and get on a school bus. I can just do whatever I want. If I don't want to go to this class, I don't have to go. I could just go back home and go back to sleep. But when you were in high school, you had to get on that school bus. And if you didn't go to that first or second period, they were calling your parents. And your mom was like, when you came home, I got a call from school. Like I remember distinctly going, I'm an adult. And that was like my aha adult moment. Like I'm an adult. I don't have to go to this English class. I don't have to do that if I don't want to.
I speak English.
I did. I know this stuff already.
Me no hablo español. Yeah.
Right. I'll go to Spanish. That's right.
I did end up go. I mean, I still did what I was because I've been a pretty responsible person for a very long time because my mother had this motto: you're going to be independent. You're going to be independent. So like I had this this track running in my head that I was going to be independent. So I've always been super independent, super responsible and all of that. So, but I just remember very distinctly going, hey, I don't really have to do this if I don't want to. I mean, my parents didn't go to college. I mean, if I would have went straight out of high school and went and got a government job, they would have been so happy. They'd have been like, you got a government job. You know, that was their thing. So, but I remember wanting to go to school and saying, but if you don't want to do this, you don't have to because you're an adult. That's my distinct comment.
That's a good answer, though. But it's true. Even I remember it was the first time I started trying in school was I went to college and I was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, why? Because I enjoy this. This is what I've made this decision as an adult. That's a good point. I like that. That's a very good answer. That's usually people just say drugs, which also a decent answer, but
it's not an adult answer. Yeah, it's not really an adult answer though. Like we get drugs a lot, but like it's like if you're doing drugs, it's like, are you really an adult? You know what I mean?
Like they make you feel like an adult. They also make you feel like a space dolphin. So
that's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of a teenager's mentality right there.
I need to get that clip of Andy Samberg from Threw It on the Ground where he's like, "I'm an adult," like for like a thing. Just
oh yeah, come on, it's only this. Oh, we already have
metal in your lungs.
Yeah. Right, it's fair.
That's not quite the same. That's more like
no, but
it's my ass kicking outfit, bitch.
Still
yeah,
works.
Stuff like that. Sure,
it's important.
I don't know. I think with like college where there's not like when you get to the dorms, like you'll have your RAB like, okay, no one's technically watching you. It's your personal responsibility, but they're not like, this is where you pass or fail, bitch. Like they're not like they're not doing it like a boot camp or whatever. They're just like, good luck, man. It's up to you now.
Yeah.
So and you're right with high school being the way it is, you almost want to do it more in college because no one's telling you to do it. It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the thing from The Office where he's like, well, now I'm going to do it even harder.
I knew 3 people that were like insane during high school with their like, oh, I got to get good grades and da-da-da-da. And I was just like, I don't think you were really balanced in your existence, but all right. And they got into the university they wanted and then proceeded to do nothing. Like they literally sat in their dorm and gave up. And I was like, well, why did you do that? And they're like, well, it wasn't what I expected. Okay. But you right immediately when you're in there, you can make changes to whatever you want. Like no problem whatsoever. Nobody cares. They're just like, oh, you want to do something else? Yeah, that's cool. There's room over there. You can go that. It's like they have your money. It's done, right?
Right.
So, I was a much better student in college than I was in high school. Because I was studying things that I wanted to study and not them being like chemistry. Good fucking luck. Like
I was not made for college. Like I went to college too late, I think. I went to my freshman year was when I was 25, and they're like, you need to turn this in by Friday. I'm like, you're not going to talk to me like that, bitch. I got 4 semesters down and I broke. I was like, I can't do it no more.
See, now that's an adult. See, you have the adult in you said, I'm not doing this.
Right.
Like, there's a reason why they try and draft people when they're 18 years old, because you hit 25, don't talk to me like that. I'll smack the shit out of you. I will smack the shit out of you, sir.
Like, you're 32, I'm 25. We're the same fucking age. Like, don't talk to me like this.
Well,
I just made different bad decisions at this point in my life. That's why you're over there and I'm over here. Yeah.
It's that's the thing, is there's an importance to having structure and authority in your life to a certain point. And it's very important that those responsibilities are never abused or overdone, because that causes long-term damage. But the fact is, eventually, that's when you're really an adult, when you're going, hey, if you poke me in the chest again, I'm going to break that finger. I'm going to shove it up your ass. Okay? Just don't talk down to me. I'm a human being. I'm not okay. I had somebody yell at me in a grocery store. I just turned around and said, I'm sorry. Where did you think we were? You're not. No, don't talk to me like that. It's not.
Was that an employee or a customer?
It was a person, just a person, and I was a person. I wasn't working or anything. Like, I don't work at a grocery store.
It was.
I would never work at a grocery store.
Was it a grocery store employee or a grocery store customer?
Just a customer.
Oh.
And they wanted me to get out of the way, and they were a little too harsh for my enjoyment.
Not even trying to get by you here. You're Canadian.
No, it's like, you're in the way. You should move. And I just went like this. I go,
oh no.
And that's when I turn sideways and I block off the entire aisleway. I go, I'm sorry. I must have heard you wrong. Go, what was that you said? I said, excuse me. Oh, okay. Good. That's where, I must.
That's very suburban dad of you.
Y'all think my Twitter is gonna get my ass beat? Me going in the grocery store is gonna get my ass beat one day, because I'd be whispering shit under my breath, and one day somebody's gonna hear me. I hate the grocery store with a passion. The groceries. I do not like the people, because everybody needs groceries. So every type of person is there.
Self-checkout is your friend. That's the thing I've learned.
No, because I don't work there.
That's just called thievery. That's called thievery. Right. Self-checkout is just active thievery. Or like everything's half off. It's fine.
I am gonna plead the fifth on this one, but let's just say I never pay full price at the self-checkout line. So I try to stay away from it.
The pump. Forget about anything else. Like, you're stealing somebody else's pump while they're still paying. You're like, yeah, what's up? Just thought I'd take a couple liters from you, buddy. Yeah.
I imagine this is easier to do when you're white. I feel like
I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, I was like, yeah.
Not just white though. 6'2" and 400 pounds, baby. Yeah. I can do whatever I want. It's great.
I 100% agree with you. It is white privilege. But, I grew up so poor that I use that shit to my advantage. Okay, I know it's the worst thing.
If I had to, I would too. I'd be like, yeah, it's a privilege, but I don't. So I'm just sitting here listening like, yeah, no, I am the person in the self-checkout line that's smiling at the camera like, I paid for all of this.
Watch me.
That they like have the bags of the person who's monitoring the self-checkout, and they'll have the bag. I'm like, here's my receipt. I bought 2 bags, because here we have to pay for bags. I bought 2 bags. I paid my 20 cents. Can I buy 2 bags? Lady, here's the bags. We don't need to see that. Like, I am proving that I paid for all of this.
I used to do that too. And then I just went, I just don't care. I do not care about any of these people. Not a single person. Just going, no, this is not. It's I used to be a real person. That's why I had a job at a bank and stuff. Do not recommend. It was horrible.
I'm a white guy who wears Jordans. You'd think I'd be the number 1 person on the list.
I'm surprised you haven't gotten your ass beat.
Your forearm says chicken soup special. I do not trust you.
Totally does. That's what it says.
For sure.
Zombie Jesus.
Chicken soup, wontons. It's definitely not what you think it is. So it's fine.
It says bacon is free at the self-checkout line.
there was this lady. So I do medical records, Timmy, and so I get a lot of people calling me, and this is at an eye doctor, which means they can't see very well, which means most of them are pissed off. And this lady was a new, like, I think it's a new type of Karen I discovered, which I have named the Cersei Lannister.
Interesting.
Yes, meaning that somebody who holds the grudge for way too long. This lady called. First, she wanted to get her records, and was like being annoying about it, where she was like, I'm going to this new doctor, and it hasn't been sent over there. I was like, which doctor? This one, you're referring one? She's like, no, I went to a new doctor. I'm like, did you tell anyone? And she goes, no, I just kind of went there. And I was like, so you psychically assumed somebody would send them over? Give me the stupid doctor's name and I'll do it. She's like, okay. And then she goes, it's nice that you're being professional. Everybody under 30 is just not professional. I'm like, okay, maybe because they don't get paid enough to be professional. Then she got real quiet. Then she was saying,
ding,
that,
ding,
like,
ding.
the reason that she left and went to a new doctor was at her last appointment. One of the techs who worked her up, so like got her ready for the doctor to come see her, was on their phone for too long. And I was like, and I looked up at her last appointment. It was a year and a half ago.
Wow.
This lady kept a grudge for
I
someone
respect her
being on their
commitment, though.
phone for a
Listen.
year and a half.
Listen, though, but remember, Atlas, those are the people that, they lived by loose lips sink ships, right? Like, I don't know. That's
Was this an elderly lady?
for sure.
She was 63.
Okay, well, a year and
Done.
a half to her is like 12 minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
come on.
She's like an elder
It
elf.
wasn't that long ago to her. For us, that's a long time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Most of us haven't
it
had
just cracked me
relationships
up
that long.
like, I don't remember who the fuck I talked to a year and a half ago, much less who
Absolutely
was
not.
on their phone. Like, come on. So
I
yeah,
remember
Cersei
everything.
Land, the Karen who holds the grudge for way too long.
She's walking around with glaucoma and can't see good, but she's holding on a grudge. She should have been at that doctor's office. Hilarious. Yeah, I'm waiting to experience a Karen. Like, I have not had a Karen experience. I'm like, I don't get to my phone fast enough and hit record. Like, I have these friends who are like stealth, and next thing you know, they're recording their whole experience and the food and everything, and I'm just like over here still fumbling with my phone. So I'm just really hoping, I'm like trying to get my thumbs ready for when I have my Karen experience, so I can go to the phone and record really quick, because I'm gonna get it, but I haven't had my Karen experience. I'm waiting.
Timmy, if you want one, you just next time you're in Cleveland, I'll take you out to dinner with my mom. And you can just have your phone ready. I stopped eating out with my mother because I know I've consumed so much spit for being at the table.
My sister and I are so
come
good
with
at
me.
quashing my mom's Karen-ness. She's not too bad, but just the kind of thing where she's like, where she does the excuse me with this hand, two fingers, two up, two down. Excuse me, I'm like, Mom, no, over there.
I think most millennials were raised by Karens. I think that's a thing.
So, yeah.
Oh man, I remember being a waiter and someone did this, and I just grabbed their hand and was like, "Oh, I don't think we're going to do that again." And I was like, "Listen, when I was a waiter, I was. Let me see. Hold on. I was an adult still, but I would have been like 260 pounds. I was a lot smaller, very tall, good looking.
Only 260
so about 20 pounds.
Yeah, and I had hair. I had hair too. I was gorgeous. It was beautiful. But sure enough, I just grabbed the hand and just started squishing. I'm like, don't ever do that in this place again, or I'll just rip your arm off. And they were like, ow, 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 ow. I'm like, yeah, no.
Dino,
I think I quit after a week, and I was like, yeah, no, I've had enough of that. People just barking orders, going, yeah, no, don't do that. Oh, that's
my best friend. He does I can't go out with him either. He'll shake the glass. You know, I'm like, I can't, like, because I worked in a kitchen most of my life. Okay, I worked in back of house, but I hear what these servers go through, and I'm like, y'all don't know how unhinged these people are. Yeah, to be doing shit like this, you know what I mean? Like, they're crazy.
Have you ever worked in like retail or food service or anything like that?
Oh yeah, well, not food service, but I definitely worked in retail because I have a shoe fetish and I love. So I worked in a shoe store during college.
Nice.
Oh my God, I love shoes. I have so many pairs of shoes. I think I buy a pair of shoes every week. Like, I love shoes, and I can't even go anywhere that often. Like, I don't go that many places. Because I bought a new pair of boots today, and I'm like, when are you gonna wear these? You haven't even worn the other ones. So yes, I
To
sew
get
shoes.
more shoes, you're gonna wear the last pair.
You and I are complete
pair.
opposites. I kept a pair of shoes up like working with like duct tape for like 5 years, like way too long.
Oh, I would have thrown those out.
I just imagine you like working at a shoe store, like nice to see you again, Mr. Tarantino, and like everybody else.
Yes.
Oh, Timmy, you'd love my wife. She I told her, I'm like, listen, I capped her at 150, and I'm like, listen, if you want to buy new pairs, that's fine, but you got to get rid of something else. I don't care how you could sell them, you could do whatever, but I'm not living in a house of shoes. Like 150, so you only have 2 feet. You only have, if you were some sort of four-legged creature, I could be like, well, you got 4 feet, you need more than the average person. It's fine. You only got 2 feet. It's unreasonable.
The only
Just
reason
even wear half of them.
The only reason I asked that is so like in some European countries like Switzerland and Germany, as an adult male, you are required to do a year of military service.
Yeah.
And I think that we could benefit from that in the US with like a year or 6 months or whatever of retail food service.
I agree with that, actually.
Yeah.
I thought that for a long time. I think everybody should work retail or food service.
Or
I think
just some kind of shit job, yeah.
When you work those jobs, it does
Call center. Yeah.
It will make you more. It makes you more cognizant of how you treat people who are in those positions. So I'm always, the nice person, and I'm smiling and like, oh, thank you, because I know the person behind me is going to give you hell. So I'm not going to, unless it's a warrant to give you hell. Then I might pull out that evil black woman that sits in my pocket. But for the most part, she stays at bay.
Hold on, Timmy. What's that line? What's that line when you're going, oh, no, fuck this, and you just drop it?
Feel like when I drop it, like, and walk out the store, like, because they didn't piss me off.
No. You're like, I'm ruining someone's day today. Like, that's what's gonna happen. Like, you've gone too far now.
Oh, this is what we're doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it's probably like, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's what we're doing. All right, and then I just kind of just. It becomes this big.
Gloves are off.
Yeah, gloves are off, and everybody around you is gonna know why I'm mad, and they're gonna know I might be the loudest one. So they say the loudest one is the one that everybody's paying attention to, and the problem. I might be the loudest one, but you're gonna know they're the reason. They summoned the angry black woman.
Yeah.
But I try to keep angry black woman in my pocket. I try.
Yeah.
Got to.
Someone said angry black woman into the mirror 3 times, and then
I'm like, they summoned her here. You wanted her, here she is.
You know what? See, I've grown into the habit of when I see someone freaking out, I'm like, they got a point, and then run away. I'll just scream, they got a point, and just walk away as if I wasn't even there. And it just amps people up. They're like, hey, she does have a point. And people just start jumping in, and I'm just like, I'm going to get my camera ready to just watch.
That happened in a store a couple of weeks ago. This guy was buying, I guess he likes his hair product, and he bought 3 of them. And on it said $3.99. But when he rang it up, it was $4.99. And so the girl was like, oh, well. And he was like, well, you're not gonna make it right. And she's like, well, you should have told me. You should have told me. And I was like, how are you gonna tell you your job? I was like, give him his money back. And she was like, she got all happy. I was like, see that, now you lost my money. And I was gonna buy some braiding hair. I was gonna buy all this stuff. Like I was gonna spend money in there. And I was like, see, you lost a customer because you wouldn't give him back his $3. And it was literally $3.
I mean, for some people, that's like a big deal. So.
No, it's a huge deal. I mean,
it should be. Look,
your
$3
computer's
that used
wrong.
to be a meal, man.
Oh, you can't get anything for $3.
Which is bullshit. Okay, it's bullshit.
Now, anyway,
$3. You should be at least able to buy what, like a hot dog, like a walking meal, like a decent something that will you'll survive off it. Not good, like chili or something.
Hot dog's perfect. A taco.
Well, if you go to Costco, you can still get a Costco.
2
dog.
hot dogs for that price.
You can get a hot.
God bless Costco.
Pistol.
It's a holy place.
What was the story again? Somebody went in the boardroom and was like, "We should raise the price for the hot dogs."
One of the directors,
the CEO was,
the CEO, yeah.
And then the CEO was like, "If you do that, I will kill you." Yeah.
He said, "If you raise the price of the hot dogs ever, I will hunt you down and kill you." And you're going, "Listen, man, that's the new sainthood right there."
Yeah.
Where he's like, "No, It's a hot
They
dog.
don't make any money off the chicken, off the $4.99 chicken, but they don't care because everything else they're making money. So they give you that good deal on that $4.99 chicken that I hate, and those hot dogs that are $1.50. I hate
I'm
that.
sorry, but that's a reasonable thing. Hey, you know what? We provide a good product, and honestly, we give something back to the people. Listen, I think about it as a student. If you walked in and say, "Hey, I can get a hot dog for $1.50 and a pop," man, you were king. Like that was a good time.
Yeah,
When I was young, it was $2.50. $2.50, you get a big slice of pepperoni, not just cheese, pepperoni, and a can of pop. But you had to be like Coke or Diet Coke. You couldn't get like Crush or any of the fancy sodas.
there's a so there are two gas stations next to my workplace, and the one closest to the building is like fucking gouging you, or like, all right, a soda is like $3.50 or whatever, and then you walk across the street and it's $1 still. But at the same time, they never like they either don't refill the syrup for whatever soda it is that you want, so it's like kind of just sparkly water, or they don't do whatever it is to keep it sparkly water, and it's all flat when it comes out. So it's the worst. At least the cans of soda are still $1, but still annoying.
Oh God, what a ridiculous thing to
I just wish they had like taquitos or something inside destroying that I could get from there, but they don't. So, rip.
Where I work, they get juice to buy $8 worth of bagels. I'm like, y'all are geniuses. I don't know how you're doing it, but y'all are crazy.
Kind of just part of the culture. Hate to break it to you. Yeah,
they're way overpaying for bagels, is what I'm saying, and that is not a group of people who are known for spending. So
wait, is this $8 for how many bagels?
Six bagels.
Oh, that's good.
Y'all are insane.
We bought 50 bagels for a party, and it came to $120. I was like,
Jesus
that's way
Christ.
too expensive for some bagels. I'm like, bagels used to be $1, and you get the cream cheese with it, and we had to buy our own cream cheese. I was like,
yeah, the cream cheese is not included in that $8 price.
No.
What?
I love
so much vomit.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Why it's insane to me is because I can get a loaf of bread for 85 cents. So it's honestly, the same thing.
If I go to a workplace and they're like, "Oh, we got bagels instead of getting donuts for a meeting," I'll quit right there. Just be like,
disagree. I'm a bagel person through and through.
No, I'm sorry. You think I came to work for my health? No, I go on vacation for my health, sir. Okay, I'm not here for the good times. I'm here so my family can survive. Okay,
at least we came back.
Part of that is my diabetes. Yeah. Okay, yes, we should talk vacation or running from our neighbors. Interesting thing. We were all supposed to meet in Cleveland next week. I'm not anymore because people in Canada aren't allowed out anymore. They've closed the gate. The gates are closed unless I think you're vaccinated, I guess. Yeah, and I'm not because absolutely not. That's ridiculous.
To his credit, he's been inside literally this entire time and hasn't gone outside at all.
I grew my hair long. It was horrible.
He was doing that before the pandemic, though, to be fair. So,
but it's still
not like
very
an active
sad
choice.
Yeah. No, I actively have stayed away from people during this entire period of time and then watched people spit in each other's mouths at comedy shows, and I'm like, that's not fair. That's not we're not the same.
You saw me and you didn't come say hi?
Guy, I literally saw people who were like, "Oh, yeah, now that we can meet back up, it's okay to hug." And I'm like, "Please don't touch me. Don't come near me. Take 2 steps back. Whatever you are comfortable with, take 2 steps back from that. Not what I'm comfortable with. I'm comfortable with staying at home. Just leave me alone." It's absolutely not.
Cole and I both have our shots for reference. So
yeah, but you both have polio too.
No, we don't. Because I got my shot when I was a baby. So I went and got I got my COVID vaccine and my flu shot at the same time, and I'm fine. Like,
I'm pretty sure when you went for your flu shot, there was we did an entire episode where you told this story about how you went for your flu shot, and they're like, "You're here for COVID." You're like, "No, I'm here for my flu shot." And it went back and forth and back. That was 9 people had to come.
That was last year, and I got the right shot in the end. This year was the third booster.
7th booster.
Yeah, 3rd booster, something like that, and then the flu shot, and
The
they
Fauci
just went
special?
bam, bam, in the left arm, and like, yeah, it was sore, but
I thought that
Oh.
was the vaccine for chlamydia. I got the wrong shot, I guess. That's what
Wrong-
they told me to
wrong
give me
for
C
you.
that.
virus.
Not
yeah.
for you. For you, it was the right shot.
Did you get yours your flu shot yet, Timmy? Or
I don't typically do the flu shot, but I did do COVID and the booster. I think I
hold
got.
on. Did you have to do it, or you do it by choice?
I had to do it.
There we go. Okay, come on.
I know for
My
the
employer made us do it, so we didn't have a choice. There were people who actually lost their jobs because they didn't do it.
wow.
There may be a class action
like
suit with regards to that, though. For a lot of employers, it's happening right now.
That
I know
happened.
that's happening
with,
in Canada. It's happening in the States as well.
That
a
happened
big
with
deal.
my employer too, where like we went to work one day and they're like, "You're getting your flu shot, or not flu shot. You're getting your COVID shot today. Get your ass to the other office."
Man,
And like I was happy about it, but yeah,
of course that. Let's listen, and this is where the real problem. And like I've had people, me and Atlas get into this argument to me all the time because I say, absolutely, listen, I want to be vaccinated. I want to have no problems whatsoever. But you can't tell me that something didn't make sense during this entire process. And that's where I'm like, hey, you know what? How about we let the economy cool down, everybody relax, and let's just work on it and make it good. And from there, we can get. But no, everyone's like, no, we have to get back to normal.
oh yeah, that was annoying about it. But in my case, because I was working in healthcare, they were just like, "Fucking nut up or shut up, guys."
Definitely. And
yeah.
I feel bad that there were a lot of people that were put in that situation where it was like, you have to, or you're fired. And you're like, that's an unreasonable reaction, right? I'm sorry. I don't mean to go no serious.
We should have just made them put it in our Pop-Tarts like they did last time.
Yeah, I think for like in a country where something like the Tuskegee syphilis experiment existed,
Right.
it's kind of hard to
thank
just
you.
be like, everything's all good. You're like,
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not
Yeah.
all good. But anyways.
But the thing that makes me get my flu shot every year is my dad, it almost killed him a couple of years ago. My dad
For
has
real?
Parkinson's. Yeah.
The flu shot?
No, getting the flu. He got it before he got his flu shot. And then
he should be more responsible about getting the flu shot.
I think it was like in September or something. It was early. And then the other thing was I watched this series from Extra History about the 1918 flu pandemic and just like how crazy that was. And I was like, oh, yeah, I should probably get my flu shot. So
yeah, you know what? Yeah, I don't know.
You're not mandated to. Just think about think about it. It's highly
I'm just glad that like that time era of living is over with because
I hate to break that echo and like how that affected our mindset is going to be within our generations.
Oh yeah, it will forever be a part of it. It's like the Great Depression with not the boomers,
it's
the generation before. I'm not calling them that.
It hurts my brain.
They fought in World War II. They get to say that apparently. I don't want to call them that.
There was no First World War.
It hurts my mind knowing how young and insane you two are, because the fact is that we're just seeing things happening over and over again. It's the same 100 years, pandemics, wars, certain periods of time. All these things are happening again. It's very, very terrifying. That's why this period of time is a great thing where like you think things are bad now. That's why the scare of looming depression is very, very possible, right? Like when you look at the economics of how the pandemic filtered through, and then of course war. Remember, America just finished a 20-year war, right? That's a huge amount, and now they're steaming up to get ready for another, maybe a couple more decades, right? It's terrifying.
What, Ukraine and Russia, or
it could be the imaginative, the one-armed man at this point. Who knows?
Y'all getting way too heavy for.
I know this is
really
going way
like
the
we
fuck
are
off the rails. Yeah.
I definitely feel like I want to talk about vacation, and now we're talking about possible war with an imaginary enemy of the state. Yeah.
So, are you saying that vacation is all you've ever wanted? Vacation's a happening
every day. Vacation's all I ever wanted.
Okay, like I think you get a set amount of vacation time every year with like most jobs, and I think that like the U.S. has the least amount of vacation time.
Like 3 days for 20
Yeah,
years of
something like
service.
that. Compared to compared to Europe and all, and most other countries, parental leave is also a big thing that the U.S. just kind of doesn't do. They're like, all right, you get a week, good luck, and then come back to work, which is messed up. And I think that if we get away from like, all right, I gotta be working, I gotta be fucking making all the money so I can be a dragon on top of a pile of gold in my Scrooge McDuck vault. Like getting away from that will let us expand our minds and expand artistic abilities and things like that. Like more vacation is good for kind of everything. And I think COVID kind of opened the door just a little bit. And the millennials and the Zoomers are starting to discover that like time off is fucking awesome.
Atlas, is there a sign-up sheet for that Scrooge McDuck scenario? I'd like that one. That's what I'd like.
There is. It's called Being Born to Billionaires. Yeah.
I mean,
foiled again.
Okay, so we don't get enough paternity leave or maternity leave. We don't get enough vacation. But you know what? In this country, if you live long enough to the age of 65, you get to be told that they're out of Social Security. So
Right. Where's he going with this? Because there's no money there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Or so basically, what happened to the millennials and the Gen Xers in 2008, where they were like, go to college, you'll be fine, you'll get a good job, and then Charlie Brown with the football, and then
$75,000 in debt as well.
Yeah, and then for those people, once we get to the age of 65, then it'd be like, we out. Sorry, ran out of money. So,
Pretty much, yeah.
At least I'll get to play Mario Kart in the nursing
so dark. That's why I don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Just-
if I die, I die. If I live, I live. Every day I wake up and I just move on from there.
Nothing to lose but your chains. Help unionize your local Starbucks.
Just remember, that means for you two that there's a very good chance that you'll be able to have an old person job like a metal detector guy on the beach. That could be your full-time job when you retire.
I've done that before.
Yeah,
After Hurricane Ike.
What'd you say, Timmy?
I said you're definitely going to have a gig, not like a career, a gig. You're going to need a gig. You guys are going to need some sort of gig. I'm petitioning to be the person at Walmart, like checking your receipt, because I'm just going to let everybody clear. So
the highlighter? With the highlighter, be like, oh, you have a great day.
If you guys didn't scan, it's going to be good with me. I'll be like, go ahead.
Yeah. No, that is definitely. I love being the like, all right, you make sure that we don't lose any money. Oh, really? Multi-million-dollar corporation. Everybody, go. Like, fight the class war.
Like, pretend to look at it like, and just mark it off and keep going.
I figured out how to be able to get past those people too. If you just whip your receipt out right in front of them before they even ask, you look at you. Here you go, man. They're like, just go, just get out of here. Like, dope, because I stole so much shit.
I don't know. I feel like I would love to do that, but I would honestly be like, I would encourage people to take more. Take more. You got big pockets. Just slide it in there. I won't say anything. What do I care? Let them take everything. Just walk out with one of the shelves. That's what I would expect. If someone left Walmart carrying one of the Walmart display shelves, then I'd be like, maybe you should bring your car. I don't want you walking through the parking lot with it. I want it just gone. Like, I feel that's reasonable.
Well,
we're talking to a government worker about this too, by the way.
Oh, I don't care. Off duty.
No.
Off duty.
Off duty.
Right. Yeah.
To get another knock on my door this week from the police.
Look, I'm just happy that
third one this month.
Somebody Googled like one of our past guests and boinking, and then our episode was the first thing to come up on Google. The episode they were in.
We're internet famous. We've made tens of dollars on our audio stream, so it's our time.
On Anchor?
Yeah, on Anchor, we've made tens of dollars.
Yeah, we really got to reach out to more like sponsorships and stuff. I would love to make a like a half-assed sarcastic ad for like NordVPN or something, or Manscaped.
Manscaped. Everyone turn it into a dragon. Just do this. It's fine.
This episode is brought to you by Keeps. We know it's too late for him, but for the other two of us, like, stupid shit like that. Timi,
Absolutely.
thank you so much for coming on Generation Dan.
Thank you for having me.
We got one more question for you to answer, but before that, where can people find and follow you on social media?
So I'm on all of my social media is the same. Timi Timi_Mason. TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. I think I'm on Twitter too.
The rapidly decaying zombie
Twitter.
that is Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing for me on Twitter, but I was just when I thought I wanted to do it, now it's going away.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I think there's like a Black-owned like Twitter that they're doing like a beta test of that I think would be really cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully that turns out
Black
good.
Twitter. I like when people send me Black Twitter stuff because it's all they clown. It's hilarious. But I didn't participate. But I will definitely do that because I would do that.
There's a whole subreddit for it, just r/Black people Twitter. It's awesome.
That's fantastic.
Hilarious.
You're way too excited about Black people, Atlas.
Well, because there's Black people Twitter and then r/White people Twitter, which is just all
God. White
Elon
people Twitter
Musk
would be the
shit.
worst.
It's stupid. Yeah. It's awful.
Black people Twitter.
Well, is it Wonder Bread white people or is it like white trash trailer park Twitter?
Wonder Bread.
Wonder Bread people. Yeah.
Wonder Bread and latte. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a cucumber sandwich and a latte. It's disgusting.
Also, everybody who's like not Black, so there's like Asian, Latino, like that ends up in white people Twitter somehow. Not sure why.
It seems racist.
It is a little racist, yeah. Anyway,
so the black people got the Black people Twitter on lock. It's like you can't come in this Twitter.
Don't come over
as
here.
they should. Come on, that's only it's only.
I gotta go see this Black people Twitter to see this beta tested Black people Twitter. I need to see that.
Yeah, we all know you're gonna laugh. That's it. It's gonna be funny. So, what is your most memorable set? And that it could be good, bad, hilarious, crazy.
So it's bad. I recently did a show. I recently did a show for a woman who was she was an older adult having a baby. And I didn't read the room, and I have a joke. And I mean, it was a baby shower. It was a baby shower. She had the baby shower on the beach. It was weird to begin with because we've had to pull these people down from gathering with each other and talking to come listen to this woman tell jokes on the beach. Like, who wants to fucking do that? Nobody wanted to fucking do it. And my first joke out of my mouth was not realizing that this was an older woman because Black don't crack. So I didn't know she was old, but I said I'd rather push a watermelon out my left nostril to give birth to a geriatric baby or something like that.
Damn. Yeah, that'll set the tone for the evening.
Yeah. Clearly they were talking. It was like, what the? Like, totally didn't read the room. So yeah, I didn't know the woman was 47. Like, how do I know? I'm 51, so I'm like. And guys still hit on me. So the whole premise of the joke is guys still hit on me and like, hey, can you have babies? And I'm like, I'd rather push a watermelon out my left nostril than to give birth to my own grandchild. That's like the line. And then I talk about then I go in and talking about geriatric babies and all of that. And so it was just horrible. And they paid me for it, and I didn't even want to take the money, but I took the money and ran, like just ran.
Well, she can't chase you, so it's fine.
She had a lot of friends that could, and I was out of there. It was my stomach hurt for like a good week after that. I was like, that was so bad. That was so bad.
Have a comedy show on the beach. Like if you bomb, it's just silent with like.
Yeah. But also, when people are pregnant too, there's hormone issues. There's
there's planning issues because that was a horrible idea.
Yeah,
it's horrible to have a baby, to have a comedians, and it was two of us, and we weren't together. We were separate. It's horrible to have a baby shower and have comedians. They did not come to hear people talk. They came to gather with your friends, play some games, eat the meatballs that everybody has and the little chicken wings. That's what they came to do. And it was all bad. And I should have asked more questions like, so what's this good? And I didn't. And when I got there, I was like, I'm at the beach. I wasn't even dressed for the beach. Like I had on a blazer. So bad.
That'd be me for sure.
Oh,
No,
bad.
but come on. Who has a baby shower at the beach? That's not like that should have been red flag number one.
It's
And that's
so-
like a
There's a
big.
comedian at a baby shower.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
what?
number two. That's number two.
I mean, and I kept going, well, you know, can we go back in the room? Because then it's a controlled environment. The
Right.
sun's not beaming and it's not a waterfront. And I just, because I was so out of my element and I was just like, okay, this is about to be horrible. Like I felt it like this is, y'all not about to get your money worth out of this. And like I couldn't make the adjustment and I felt bad for her, but you know, it was like, it is, you guys, it was all bad.
They gotta pay me.
All money ain't good money. Sometimes you got to say, no, thank
Take
you.
one on the chin for sure.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
I agree with you though, Timmy, because I'm 28 years old. I have a 7-year-old son. He's about to be 7. I'm done for sure. When I was 21 years old, I had my first child, my only child, and that was a good time to have a kid. After that, now I'm too old. I'm way out of shape. He's trying to run around. Hey, catch me, Dad! Catch me! No, dude.
No.
Honestly, the stranger down there is gonna swipe you up if you don't get back over here. You know, and there's nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it, and I'm gonna just watch it happen and then go back upstairs. So,
Well, you can take your phone out and record it. That's what you guys are good for. I'm a 29-year-old, so I definitely the age. I get it.
right.
I'm waiting for her to have babies. I'm like, yeah, come on, let's do this. I mean, I'm just gonna like give them back to her. Like, okay, I did my duty. Here you go.
Yeah,
But
hell yeah.
Exactly. And listen, that is the one thing that is, just give them back after. We're like, well, I had a great time. See you later. Have fun with the rest of your life. Bye.
That's what I do.
Grandma
Go ahead.
next week. Yeah.
That's why I love being a single parent, because I'll sugar my son all up on a Sunday night and then send him back to his mom's. Like, that's what you get for cheating on me, bitch.
Oh, poor kid.
That's the best thing.
Diabetic. The poor kid's gonna be diabetic because you petty.
It's fair.
Gonna be
Fair enough.
obese and petty. Hilarious.
It runs in my family. I can absolve blame. Is what all I'm saying. It runs in the family, which is the only thing that runs in the
It's
family.
not his fault. That is on that note.
All right. So thanks everybody for listening to Generation Dan at Generation Dan on the rapidly dissolving Twitter, or Generation_Dan on Instagram. Find me at Atlas Novak on Twitter, Instagram when this comes out this weekend. We got shows if you're in the Cleveland area.
Yeah.
Come see Cole and I and Dino. I'm so mad at you and I'm sad about it.
I'm also very mad and sad. That's why.
And then my other podcast at Nexus at Night, which is about a trading card game. If you're not a fan of Card Fight Vanguard, I don't blame you. So how about the rest of us?
I'm at Dino the Genetic Marvel. Just follow me. That's fine. If you can't Google me, then just don't.
He does cool
I didn't
lighting
want you to
stuff.
follow
I think
me
it's
anyway,
neat.
okay?
Yeah.
It's that simple. That's it. You have to put at least a little bit of effort. I'll make you laugh, but you gotta just try a little. All right?
You can find me at Sniffing Glue 22 on all platforms. That's all I got to say about that.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Thanks, Walkie Talkies are neat.
Thanks
That's it.
everybody for watching. Have a happy Thanksgiving. That I'm sure you're listening to this while you're walking around the block after you ran away from your racist uncle who said some real dumb shit. So have a good one, everyone.